Hey, so this is my go-to deer hunting rifle. It's a Mossberg 100 ATR in 243, and it's a good gun. I'm pretty happy with it, and I've killed probably 15 or 20 deer with it, and nearly that many coyotes. But last night or yesterday afternoon, a little after 5, I have a little buck come out. It's a little 8 point, and it's about 75 yards from me, and there's only 6 days of season left here in Alabama. And I wasn't going to shoot it at first, but it just offered me a really good shot, and it was about 75 yards, broadside. His head was up, so I'd zoom in and put my crosshairs right where the base of the neck is and pull my trigger and click. So, of course, my first instinct is to bolt in a new bullet, and it was fine. It didn't take off while I was taking the old one out. But when I slid the bolt forward, it started running, and I shot, and I wound up making a bad shot. And I trailed it for 3 hours last night and an hour this morning, and there's no blood left. It crossed the creek a couple of times. It's gone. I hope I just hit it in the leg or something, and I'll get to shoot it one day this week. Dang, what's up with that? The reason this happened, a couple of years ago, I'd heard somebody talking about if you over oil your bolts or anything and it gets really cold, which it's been unseasonably cold, I guess, for Alabama. Yesterday it didn't get above 35. And anyway, they said that if it gets real cold, the oil could gel up in your bolt and keep it from firing. Let's see right here. If you'll notice, there's a little hole right there, and the firing pin is supposed to come out of that. Well, I've actually had what I thought with this gun. I've had it for 7 years. I've had 2 bullets snap, or like I said, so I thought. But I wound up, catching this bullet, trying not to make a lot of noise. And I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. There's a little bitty mark right in the primer. This is a shot shell from the same gun. I'll let you see. There's just, you probably the lights maybe, but there we go. I mean, the one on the left is the one that I shot last night that didn't go off. And I have no doubt in my mind that I can put that in that gun right now and it will go off. And like I said, the second shot went off because I guess that firing pin had moved out, whatever had gelled up in front of it. And anyway, I say all that to say, if you have oiled your bolt or you bought your gun secondhand and somebody else may have oiled it and they ever let oil get down in that, or, if you put oil directly on the bolt instead of a rag and wiping it on there, I highly recommend degreasing the whole thing. Last night, I sprayed it down with degreaser and let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then I let it soak in some almost boiling water for 2 or 3 minutes to get all that off. I wiped it down, dried it out, and then just wiped oil back all over all of it. It's really crappy that I didn't kill that deer, but it would have been really, really crappy had it been a good deer. I mean, I would have been kicking myself pretty hard for not doing this. So so you all can learn from my mistake, make sure that there's no oil down in the firing pin that could do that. Just get that thing degreased and then clean it back up.